A daughter to take care
We
of.
have a daughter to take care of.
Yes. Oh, she's on camera. Hi,
She's a little baby.
Good girl. Oh, big yawn.
Sleepy.
Big
You're
yawn.
sleepy.
Yeah.
If you fall asleep,
You can go night.
go night night. I just don't know how to get you cozy.
Yeah, it's like,
Can you?
are you warm enough?
She's seen that green hat, I think.
She wants a nipple. She just wants her daddy.
Am I the favorite already?
She's not stupid. She knows you have the money. Can you shut the door? Love you.
Love you. Yeah. Yeah. Yes. It's for the show.
It's for the show. Where's the lie? Now, are you in the camera? Because I feel like you're.
Oh, it just moved. It just moved. It was not.
I was like, wait,
Yeah, no.
something's wrong.
Yeah, I think.
But we'll be good now.
I think
Okay.
cool.
We'll be good.
Okay, yeah, we're both in now.
We're both in. We're both ready. We're both fuckable. Well,
I mean,
some of us.
Some of us are fresher than others.
Some of us. I'm not fuckable at the moment. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Not Well. I'm Bobby.
I'm Jim,
I'm a father.
and I'm freshly back from French Lick, Indiana.
Ooh, I always think of like licking pussy.
Well, and it's
Like French pussy.
which
I don't know.
Little do you know.
Well, there's some things I can't wait to talk to you about this because there's two items that I want to discuss. And number one is your obsession with horses now, including the weight limits. And number two, all of a sudden Helen Keller comes up and she's been at Salt Lick or where the fuck you've been.
She's been at Salt Lick, Indiana.
So honestly, there's a lot to unpack today.
Yeah, we'll just get right into it.
Get right into it. Where do you want to start?
Just start with you being a father?
I'm a father now. I got Pam on Friday. I haven't slept since in
There's
3
no way.
days,
Yeah.
and I'm just getting used to a puppy schedule now. I forgot that it's a schedule.
It's only been a year and a half, but I did forget that they can just wake up at 2 a.m. and need to pee. And you're like, oh, I got to let them out, or they're going to pee everywhere in the crate and I have to clean that up later.
It was that moment that you just saw exchange.
Yeah.
It was I can't put her back in the crate. She's been there all day.
But please
Take her so I
because
can do
need a break.
this.
Yeah,
and
like,
then I'll
I
take
just
her so
need
you
it-
can
yeah.
do what you got to do. It's like,
Uh-huh. Oh,
and
yeah.
that's at first, and it gets better really quickly. Like it does. Like I remember
Yeah,
June,
they
like you can put them in the kennel
And then about 6 months in, you're like, okay, go relax.
Go chill.
I got to go leave the house.
Here's
But,
your-
like, with a puppy, I didn't even want to leave the house. You don't want to leave the house.
No, it's
ever.
very, I've been.
Wait, during the day.
So I go to work.
Okay.
So I wake up early for her. Michael stays up late, so he's staying up later.
Okay.
He's like,
oh, okay.
and so she gets like 4 hours in the crate overnight, 5
Okay.
hours. I wake up at like 5:30.
Okay.
Taking her out, playing with her for about an hour.
Yeah.
Then I put her back in the kennel. Then either I'll come back home at lunch.
Oh, good. Okay.
Or
Okay. That's
Jackie
perfect.
came over today. So like
Oh,
if
I
Jackie's
love
home, she said she would
that.
come over.
Oh, then she's not in the kennel that long.
No, so she
Yeah.
went out. Yeah,
Like 4 or 5 hours
It's like a
at
4-hour
most.
chunk.
That's all. That's good.
So that's all we need right now, until she can control her bladder, which won't be till a while. So
Yeah.
it'll be a
Penny,
great break when we go to Park City.
It's going to be nice to relax for a week. Like totally
It's gonna
relax.
feel, and of
gonna
course I'm gonna be with a bunch of moms.
You're gonna be
They're
like,
gonna be like,
gummy.
I'm be like, having a child is so. They're like, you didn't even have to push out your pussy.
I always say, I know.
I don't know how people
I'm like
do
around
it.
my sister, and I'm like, I know you always have to make sure you have something packed away. And I'm like, oh, I shouldn't say anything. They have to have like 4 outfits at a time.
But it's not fair that you
endless
can't
snacks.
also sort of like. I want paternity leave.
Oh, I know.
Like, why do I not get to take a week?
That would actually, when we got Penny, I just accidentally had like 8 days off after.
Right,
So
that's
I
like the
had a
best
whole week
start.
off to just
Right.
be like, Penny.
Right. And then you get them on a routine and it's fine. But like, I had 3 days and now we're.
You're back to work. Yep. This is just, you're like this.
But at 4 months, which is in 7 weeks from now, not counting, she can go to puppy camp. So I can do that
Oh.
2 days a week.
Yeah.
She'll start in the little, so
Yeah.
So it's gonna
I
be
didn't
okay.
think of that. Yeah, she only
That's
has
how
to
June
be-
made it through. Like
because she has to get her vaccines, and she
She's
already
gonna-
get them on Monday. Or
she
wait,
got them
today's
last,
Monday.
not this past Saturday, but the Saturday before. So she's
Oh.
due this Saturday for a second round, and then I'm gonna try to get her third round before because Sean said I could do 14-week shots.
Oh wow!
But like where I'm taking her for Park City to like do her little puppy kindergarten, they don't do nose to nose with other dogs and stuff. They just like,
Oh, that's good.
It's basically human interaction more than anything.
That's better.
So yeah, honestly, because I don't want her. I don't care about if she likes dogs. I need her to like people.
She needs to like people. Yeah.
That's all
You can avoid other dogs easily.
Right. Like you don't
just
have to
don't
play.
go to a fucking dog park.
You don't play.
When you walk, you pull them to the other side.
I just need to get along with June and probably the neighbor dogs. But
exactly. Go, don't play.
Now, I don't know if you've seen this trend, but I something I want to talk
haven't.
about. I feel like I'm having an allergic reaction to
I'm looking at your eyes. I'm nervous.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. All of a sudden, I'm starting to
Sudden
itch.
onset hand, paw, and mouth disease.
Yeah, like maybe I just got.
Did you get
Actually, no,
COVID?
my eye was itching earlier today too.
A little COVID-y to me.
Oh, I wish I had COVID.
Well, this would be the time.
Honestly, I'd be like, I have
'Cause-
COVID.
And it's before the trip.
And I have a dog.
And
so
so you
it'll
could be
all work
off
out.
and accidentally have COVID.
Maybe I do. So there's these kids, this parent trend, and I'm not saying this because I think it's funny. But
Okay.
what I want to say is, but you're worried about drag queens, and that's all I'm going to say.
Okay. I love it. Yeah,
And
yeah,
we're gonna just
exactly.
go ahead
But we're
and-
worried about drag queen story hour
Yep.
once a week for like half an hour at a church or something.
This is called the bathroom roll. You know how you like flipping people off with your finger? And you like saying bad words? Yeah. So here's the new rule. When you want to flip someone off or say a bad word, you can only do it in the bathroom. Okay? Nobody can see you in here. So if you feel like flipping off, flying your bird, and letting them bad words come out of your mouth, you can come to the bathroom and do it in here. Okay? So I'm going to give you a few. I'm going to walk out, and I'm going to let you do your bad words in here. Okay?
Fuck you. Fuck you, bitch. Yeah, fuck you.
Okay, that's a little bit much.
Fuck. Fuck. Yes, I said fuck.
Okay.
So you just gotta you gonna have to just cuss in the bathroom. You can't cuss nowhere else but the bathroom, okay?
Okay.
I'm finna walk out and you get all the cuss words out you can, you feel?
Yeah.
Okay? That'll be right back.
Okay. Bitch. Bitch. No, like motherfucker. Like motherfucker. Like motherfucker. Motherfucker. Oh shoot. Oh shit. Motherfucker.
You done?
I know I'm not done. Motherfucker. Like what the fuck are you doing? Like motherfucker. Shut up, you idiot. Like shut up, you idiot. Like what the hell? Like what the hell? Like what the hell? What the hell?
You can say all the bad words you want, okay?
Fuck. Motherfuck, fuck, fuck. Motherfuck. Hell, 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 hell. Bye-bye. Bitch, motherfucker, bitch. Stupid, motherfucker. Bitch. Bitch, motherfucker, and stupid, and bitch, motherfucker.
We're worried about drag queens, but yet we're going to let our kids go in the bathroom. We're going to let them cuss, and we're going to post it on our
And then we're
social
gonna
media.
film it. And it's so creepy because like child predators love watching kids do things.
Right.
And act like adults.
How do you feel
So
about...
it's looking a little
But
I
did
wouldn't
you used to
post
cuss,
I would not
though?
post
We used to cuss.
We were not
Oh.
allowed. Well, I
Not
grew
on
up
the
in a
bus?
house. We weren't allowed to say "Oh my God." we had to say "Oh my
gosh.
Geez was not allowed because it was like a short word
I
for
don't think you-
Jesus. So you couldn't say "Oh geez" because that was Jesus.
Oh, is that how G's
Who knows?
came up?
We think.
Ask G's.
In my family,
Vzz.
we couldn't say something sucked.
Yeah, suck was really bad in my house.
So you could say it
suck.
stinks.
Even
You could
that
say
was like...
we were not allowed to say sucks.
Sucks was really bad.
We were not allowed to say
Fucks.
What? We weren't allowed to say that we hated something because
No.
hate was too strong of a word.
Hate's a strong word.
So
Just
we could
say
not
you really,
say we
really
hated
don't
it.
like them.
And we'd be like, we really, really, really don't like it.
It's like, no, I hate you, you dumb bitch. Like, why
like,
can't
you know,
we just
you
be
don't get it.
honest?
Like-
Why do you make me lie?
I was like, no, that dumb kid down the street, I hate him.
Hate him. He's
Like, I
literally
don't
drowning
ever
me in
wa-
the pool.
Yeah, I don't ever want to see
You
him
don't
again.
hate him. The Lord doesn't hate him. It's like,
Right.
why?
Like,
why doesn't the Lord
He
hate him?
de-pantsed me in third grade. Like,
Right.
I hate
He's embarrassing
him.
me every day of my life.
He kicked me in the balls in fourth grade. Like, I hate him.
And not in a good way. So so we used to go on the back of the bus and cuss and be like, fuck you, bitch. Like, motherfucker. But it's again interesting, like
I was never in the in crowd, so I don't know.
you just always want to play the victim.
Yeah.
So
I wasn't really part of the mainstream.
I
like
wasn't
you
either.
losers.
I got made fun of. I got called
Probably Big Bird.
No,
That's
it
what I
wasn't
would
that big.
see.
No.
Stretch.
No, my
Jolly
nickname
Green
was
Giant?
Bimbo or Bimbish.
Bimbish.
Like a bimbo. You know how people say they're himbos? I was Bimbish.
Like dumb bitch, but bimbish.
Like a dumb bitch. Dumbo bitch.
I mean, I kind of like that bimbish.
Actually, people love calling me Bimbish. Like, I was like, Bimbish. I'm like, what's up? And I'm like,
What's up?
And then I remember, like, people, like, were people in your school, like, when you were a kid, did you, like, masturbation was not.
Oh, no one
Like, if somebody masturbated, you were like, you are fucking sick.
Oh,
You're
it was
a
like
loser.
gross.
But yet everybody did it.
Oh, yeah.
But,
But
like,
it was like guys would not even talk about it. But it was like, I jerked off.
right. It's like,
I'm like, okay.
now my question is,
Like,
where do
do
the
you realize
kids learn the finger and where are the parents, I guess?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But, like, why are they so all of a sudden they're like, okay, you have a free pass. And they're like, motherfucker. And it's like, where are you?
I'm like, what? Did they all watch the same show? It's probably just the parents. It has to be the parents.
Has to be.
First of all, we've all heard our dad
Say fuck.
shit. Or I heard my dad
God damn
never
it.
said fuck. I've never heard him say fuck, but
What?
I've heard him
Ever?
say shit.
Aren't you scared bringing me around your parents?
Oh, I was terrified of bringing my friends around my parents because I knew they were all like college. I was like,
Well, it's like you're an adult.
I was like, just so you guys know,
my
like,
parents are very reserved.
we never watched any movies with sex scenes in them. I remember
You're like Saltburn. You're like the main
yeah.
character in Saltburn.
we just didn't do it.
No, you like at school you had your ears pierced and you had
Yes.
your fucking, but you go home and honey, it's
Oh, I was so prim and proper. Like we accidentally put on Bridesmaids once, or we didn't. It was on TV, and my sister and I were sitting with my dad, and we were both like I was out of college, she was out of college, and my dad was sitting there like, "Oh my god." Remember the
Really?
scene in the beginning?
oh yeah,
When
it's
she's
really
like-
awkward.
It's awkward.
It's an awkward scene to see with like adult
with
older
your dad.
people. Yeah,
you're like, well,
she's like, oh, and you're like,
yeah, and my dad's like, what is this?
it's adults. Get
And
over it. We're all adults.
So that ruined the movie. So I'm like, let's go to a funny part, and then it was still like not funny because he hated that.
then all of a
part.
sudden I don't picture your
So-
dad like that though. Give him a few beers.
Exactly.
He needs a few beers and it
that's what I'm
becomes-
saying. I don't think either one of them are like that, but they just
They like put
do
on the
that.
front like they're and that's
And
I
that's
think
the prim and proper way to be.
But that's where I think, like, instead of having your kids go into the bathroom, why don't you just be real with your fucking kids and say, listen, don't say the fuck word at school.
Yeah.
But, like, I'm going to use it. I don't know. I just think it's really weird that we're so fake with our kids growing up. And I get it. You're trying to raise them in a good environment. But, like,
It's
you
true.
drag their asses to church. You drag their shit all over the place. And then you don't follow through.
what we need to teach them is how to code switch, because I think you do need to learn the respectful way of talking in the world, the societal way,
Mm-hmm.
the proper cultural way in order to interact in business situations or meetings or anything like
In
that.
general.
In general, because you don't need to say fucking bitch this, bitch that while you're shopping for groceries. Like that bitch
Be a
over there told me it was
respectful
only
human.
$2. Like you don't need to say that. Just say like, well, I thought it was $2, but that person told me, you know, there's
But,
just
bitch,
different
don't
ways.
lie when we
But
found
don't
your
lie to your
weed.
kids. Don't lie to your kids.
When we find your weed and then you're like, oh, it was a worker's.
That's a very specific story.
It
What's
was.
that?
It
What
was
that?
part of my childhood.
When you find.
we found a one hitter.
Oh, I love that. That is one thing that I'm like.
That's one thing that bothers me about parent. Like, actually,
Parents act like they didn't ever do drugs. I remember my mom was like, your father did marijuana in high school.
don't you remember Dare?
And my sister was supposed to be horrified, and my sister just started laughing. I was like,
I love how
okay.
you two are like the black sheep. And the
Yeah,
rest are
I
like,
know,
Oh, I'm in the military and
literally.
I have children. And you two are like,
I'm
hey,
like, I talked
queers.
I talked about so many things this past weekend when we were all together.
Like your family, like your parents too.
Oh yeah, yeah. I was
Good
like,
for you. Fuck it.
I was like,
What are
just so
scared
you guys
of?
know, yeah, like
That's the thing. I think
here's
actually
what's happening in the world.
Watching,
Like, sorry.
watching you evolve from being
I would
a
never have brought up-
unicorn head
yes.
to fully embracing who you are to now always
unicorn.
you
that
were
is a throwback.
You
That's
were a unicorn
throwback.
head. You were a unicorn head.
Not everyone listening now
No.
knows I used to be a unicorn head,
Jim used to be Jim the unicorn,
and I would not show my
his
face on here
ever.
It was illegal.
And all of a sudden now he's like showing up to rallies and showing
I
his face
know.
all over the place.
I really am showing up.
You're showing up and showing out. So we see
We
some
can't
growth.
all be allies like me.
You are a really great ally. I think you picked too much allyship though. You're like,
Yeah.
Today I'm going to a march for string
Yes.
cheese. It's like, why?
I know.
Because my friend
'Cause it's
who's
suffering.
this hot straight guy.
And that's normally
that's the problem.
Let's be real. I will be an activist for anyone attractive.
Any hot straight guy, you're like, yep.
What's the cause? Okay,
Oh.
yeah. NFL players need better showering. Okay, yeah. Let's go.
We need to conserve water, but also shower together. Okay. Oh fuck. Rub my back.
Oh, that's
So
specific.
I also just want to tie in this, and then you can go to a subject. But speaking of parents, there's a mom in I want to say Florida.
Yeah,
I'm sure it's Florida. Maybe it's not, but takes her kids to private school, private like Christian school, drops them off.
Yep.
The bitch had an advertisement for her OnlyFans on the back of her car. Literally. And now she can't drop off and pick up her kids.
Oh my God.
But you're going to send them to this is what I'm talking about, though.
School,
you're going to the private Christian school, but you're going to.
But you are an OnlyFans model.
So it's got to be
like
Florida.
the Moms for Liberty woman who's bisexual,
I can't.
Filming videos
Right.
and
She's
getting
like,
into
lesbians
threesome.
are disgusting. And
then
then it's like,
but you are having sex with women.
full-blown
You're
lesbian.
a full les.
You're worse than half the leses out there.
Right.
So I'm just
Maybe more.
I'm just a little concerned for our straight community. I'm really
Yeah.
I'm
It's
hoping
not adding up.
nothing's adding up.
Like, you want this for your kids supposedly, but then. So I found this out to piggyback. Do you know now in Ohio that you don't have to pay tuition to private schools because of this fucking act they passed?
Let me guess. We have a levy or something. We got to like.
No, it's like a statewide act that no matter what school you send your kids to, it's going to be paid for, including religious schools.
What I think is
my niece and nephew go to a Catholic school,
What about lunch? They pay for that yet?
but they won't pay. No, they don't want to pay for that.
Right.
But they'll pay for a Catholic school. Because my sister was like, "Oh yeah, we don't have to pay tuition anymore," and I was like, "What do you mean?"
Because they want people to go to
And
get indoctrinated.
I asked her, I was like, and that's all fine and great for this particular school because I survived Catholic school. I know it's fine. But I was like, but a lot of people don't want to pay for religious education, that it's not their religion. I said, what if a bunch of Somali Muslims opened up a private Muslim academy
it would be...
for only young boys? And they took a trip back to Somalia once a summer.
Listen.
Do you see what I'm saying? Like,
Listen.
that's paid for. That would be paid for because it's a private school.
Do you know I had a
People wouldn't want it. People would change the law. White Christian men in the state house would change.
So
the
you
law.
heard about Iowa? I had a really like fucked up moment there. But you hear about Iowa State House that any religious article has to be respected, and so the Church of Satan like brought their little thing, and now everybody's pissed off at some guy arrested because he's going to shoot everybody. I thought to myself, why don't we as gays just get smart and become
a
an
religion.
institution? Yeah,
we
like
should start a church of homosexuality.
Yeah, like you can't talk to us like that. We're protected under.
We are a church. We are a nonprofit church.
Why not?
Because we hate religion so much.
No, we can pray to whatever the fuck
but
we want.
literally we should do that.
Okay, RuPaul's
No,
our
because
Jesus.
You can do that. Like Mormons just made up a religion.
Right.
They came to
And
America
then-
and they were like, yeah, there's a whole other book of the
Yeah,
Bible.
whatever his name is, Joseph was like, yeah, come on
I
out
found
here.
a book in my backyard,
Come
so
to
let's
this
make a
dry,
religion.
desert, salty area.
Just so he can marry other women. Like it
Again,
that's
to
a
break a
religion.
like,
That's a religion.
Everybody
And people
is
respect
fake.
it. People are like, the Mormons are good
Yeah,
people. It's like, why can't we have a church like that where we're like, this is our religion. You have to
We
respect
suck
us.
dick at communion.
You have to
Sorry.
respect.
But that's what
But
I was
they don't wanna
thinking,
do
though.
it. Yeah.
So if we did declare ourselves a religious institution, then we could like hang the pride flag in a Capitol, and they would freak the fuck out.
Yes, they
And we
absolutely
could be like, oh, it's not an extremist group; it's a religion.
I like it.
Oh no, now it's not okay.
Yeah,
Huh.
yeah. They're like, not that religion.
Not that. Those are
just the
faggots.
Christian religion. It's like okay. So why don't you just say it's about that?
And honestly, I would respect you so much more, you straights.
Yeah,
Honestly, if you would you
Live
straight
by
Christians,
it, if they lived by it.
you white straight Christians, if you would just absolutely be who you are, but don't fake it and don't do shit behind everyone's back like we know you're doing, and you're all fucking corrupt. It's gross. You're gross.
Like I
You're
know
fucking
so
disgusting.
many of these Bible verses in their bios on Instagram.
Ugh.
And they're going around fucking everything in sight. They're blacking out on the weekends. And then it's like, but then they want to
But
lift
Sundays,
weights,
they're like-
show off their chain with a cross and the tattoo cross. But I know what they're doing every other day. And
They're
I'm
against
like,
abortion, but yet they've
Yeah.
had their girlfriend get 3.
yeah, it's like, guys,
It's always
just
the Christians.
stop pretending.
It's always the Christians
the
getting
yeah.
abortions. That's
I
what's
know.
fucked up.
I know.
Oh, you want gay people not to adopt. Okay, so you don't want abortions. You don't want adoptions.
And I knew 2 girls in high school who only did anal. So I'm just throwing that. Yeah. No, because they said that it wasn't
Right,
sex.
it's not sex. The
so
Lord's
it's not
saving
a
her
sin.
pussy.
And I'm like, yeah, Megan, it's a sin.
Megan,
It's still a sin.
like
that's what I would say. I was like, it's still a sin.
It's like calling a spade, or what is it called?
Call a spade a spade. It's sex.
Like, you're
getting
literally
a dick
getting
shoved
inserted.
in your body.
And you know you're fingering your pussy while it's happening. Like, you're not
Oh
like,
yeah, or he is.
anal,
like,
anal, like,
there's no way he's just like, pull down your
fingers
pants
don't count.
and I'll go
It's like-
in the back.
So
It's
you
like,
make all these rules up. What, are you going to write a new book that says like fingering's okay?
this is a
So
religion.
I can't. I can't.
It was religious girls too who decided like only vaginal counts as sex. They were both religious girls.
It's just like the soaking
It's
for the
like-
Mormons. It's like they like are absolutely
Oh,
inserted,
yeah.
but if they don't thrust, it's not sex.
Oh, I forgot
Girl,
about
bye.
the soaking.
Like, get the
Yes.
fuck out of here. I was watching the Grammys last night. I have some things to say.
Okay, bring it up because I didn't watch and I'm so confused.
Okay, so first of all, Heather McMahon was on the red carpet on E as a fashion.
That's amazing.
Like Joan Rivers used to do.
Wait, she did it for something before this too.
Yeah, and then they brought her back to the Emmys, so she's probably gonna be a
the
regular
Emmys,
now.
and then she did Grammys.
Yep.
Okay, good.
So and
Okay,
she
she needs
killed
that.
it. First of all, no offense to Laverne Cox, like good for you, girl, but you suck at interviews, and you're just like, so me and my husband or my boyfriend. I'm like, nobody cares about you, girl. Like, ask the
I
questions.
know it is.
And Heather would be like, "Oh my
Heather's
God,
just like, I
this
love
and this
you.
and this."
Here we go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like, oh, and I was at Radio City Hall, and you signed the book, and I was so nervous, and you said you were nervous in the book.
It's
It
good
was this,
because
like, whole
she's
thing
because she's
real.
a comedian. She's you know,
She's real.
She has a
Like,
podcast.
She is. Yeah.
Like Laverne is an actress to me. Like
Right, like,
Laverne just needs
Laverne-
to act.
And she acts like that when she's like
Yeah,
so stiff
I know,
and rigid.
I
I'm like,
think, yeah.
I'm like, this needs to be Heather's full-time gig. Like, we don't need Laverne anymore. Well, Laverne, you're the second.
Sorry, we want Heather.
But there were some things that I saw that I was a little interested in. Number one,
Yeah.
Dua Lipa killed it.
Okay.
Number two, Taylor Swift used her time to market, which it's so bizarre to me.
I want a fucking break from Taylor Swift. We all need a break. Take a sabbatical, Taylor, because we're tired.
It's so funny though, because
Every
I feel like
other
for me,
week. What?
no, I used to be like that, and now I'm kind of like, look what you made me do. I don't know. I think it's like just, but I get it. Like
I'm just
I'm kind of
exhausted.
tired of it too.
Like, okay, someone at work today was like, Taylor has a new album coming out. I said, she has a new album coming out every 3 months around the clock. It hasn't been, it's every 3 months we get a new album.
Well, now it's a real new. written
She's
one.
fucking re-releasing new, old.
Now, the
It's all the same
re-releases were for
story.
the rape.
It's all about breakups. It's no one cares.
Yeah, it's tough.
It's boring.
It's tough.
I don't think she has any life experience to write about.
Well, not anymore. All you're doing is walking around being rich.
Like you're constantly touring and writing and re-releasing old albums, writing new albums. Like what do you do during life? Like do you have life? Do you just have a life?
Well, you just
No.
fly the planes around.
She's going to football games for fun. I don't think she has
Showing up to Grammys
any
late.
normal moment left. in
Probably
her
not, and
schedule.
that's kind of like how politicians are. It's like
yeah.
these
That's
people
why
become so out of touch.
That's why I feel like she's
It's like-
at that stage now.
but you don't know really what's going on because you want to act like,
Like, did you
do,
see the
but
title? Like the title, something about like the something
Something
poets,
Poet
and I was
Society.
like, she's not a poet. First of all, like no, just no. She's been brought
And-
up in the culture of
I used to
pop
hate
music,
so I
country
used to
music.
hate Taylor Swift.
She's
I
not a
did.
poet.
For me, I'm kind of like being rebellious with it and being like, yeah, fuck you, yeah, Taylor, do it. Like,
do it, Taylor.
But for a lot of people, I understand why it is quite annoying.
A religion.
I don't really listen to her though. I just kind of like it because it pisses everybody off. So I'm kind of like,
Yeah.
here we go.
No, it's fine. It's like I don't really care about her, and I'm just tired of her. Like because it's constantly brought up, and the people are obsessed with her will not shut up about it. It's like, go enjoy it.
You
That's
don't
fine.
fucking
I
get
want
it.
you to enjoy it. But when I go to a concert, I don't necessarily need to tell every person I know about the concert.
yeah, it's a
Like I went to
conglomerate.
Beyonce. I'm not walking around being like, I was at Beyonce this past
we gotta
summer.
talk about that.
Whereas everybody else is like, I went to Taylor. Did you see Taylor?
I actually gotta just say, I think I'm just over the entire industry
Yeah,
and the
same.
whole thing of it.
It's pretend.
Because then all of a sudden, so there's a few things. So Jay-Z won like something of the year, and he goes up there and he's blabbing around looking at his ugly
Yeah.
ass self. How Blue Ivy's up there.
Yeah, he looks so messed up.
He's so ugly. I don't get it.
But he made a good point.
about the album.
Yeah, it's like
I get it.
So she's good enough to win the most awards for you
but
guys,
not the album of the year.
But not album. She should have won for Lemonade.
That's where she
like,
should have won.
that's when she should have
That's the one
won.
she would have won.
Renaissance is also an amazing
Like I
album.
don't say like some
to
people
be
don't
honest,
make
but-
great complete albums. Some
Yes,
people do.
that's true.
I don't think she was very strong at it at first, but I think when she came out
Yeah.
with Lemonade and the
It
visuals
was like,
and
oh
everything,
wow,
like it was like more
she
of a,
did every genre,
Yeah.
all the songs
Yep.
connected. She made a visual album, like it was so.
But then I
good.
think to myself, like, what?
and then you
But
have
I think
Harry
like-
Styles won, It's
Right,
like,
but and that's the
I'm
thing.
bored.
It's like
Like, I'm so
very
bored.
subjective.
It's subjective. It's
It is,
completely-
no matter what it is. Whoever wins, it's a subjective decision. So
but only like 9 black women have won since the 1950s when it was started. Album of the year, none have won in the 2000s.
well, maybe start writing better albums.
So it's been 24 years now, and
fucking
we're like
lazy ass bitches.
no black woman. So it's like it is a little.
Yeah, it is
fucked
a little
up.
funky, but
It's a little.
but for me,
it's a little racist.
But here's my thing. Use your platform and your time to thank your fans. And this is your award. Why are you talking about your fucking wife?
Well, his fans might be pissed about it. Most black people are.
Oh, well,
And also, I listened to NPR today. That's how I found this out. They also don't air any of the rap performances or when the rap album of the year gets awarded. They didn't air Best African Music Award, even though it was like the inaugural year or something like. So they don't really show the black artists at the Grammys either.
Actually, that's really kind of
true. And the performances, they don't show the black artists. They just show like
Dua Lipa, we saw
Miley.
SZA. We saw...
Yeah. So
regardless, the whole thing is very fucking bizarre. Like, for example, the in memorandum or whatever, whatever. Like, it was when they like... When people are dead people. We have Stevie Wonder, who I'm like...
Oh, he died. I don't remember that he died.
He's alive.
Oh, that's what I was like. He died?
He's alive.
I was like, I don't really care, but he died.
He starts talking about... I don't even remember who he's talking about.
He's blind, right?
Yeah. Yeah. And when you...
And that's his big thing.
And here's the thing, and this is no offense to
I feel like... I cannot. Like, how are you calling me at 5:51? Okay, so Stevie Wonder comes out. He's talking about
that, but he was like doing this weird. I don't remember who he was talking about, which would be very. Oh, Jimmy Buffett? No. Oh no.
He died.
Tony Bennett. So he's talking about Tony Bennett, but it's like so awkward because he's like, and again, I'm not trying to make fun of our
certain crowd.
handy capables.
It's just like,
sorry, but I really don't think you should put somebody who cannot see or hear as the leader of something like
important where you have to read and see.
Come on.
Yeah, they're like,
he's like, and then.
Well, because he can't remember.
And
he can't read a cue card.
You're 90 years old.
So literally he's trying to, like, they're like.
Terrible.
The person behind the monitor is like, just read the words.
He started at the wrong time. They played the wrong fucking clip. I mean, it was terrible. God. So then, to top it all off, Sinead O'Connor died.
Oh, I saw that.
So then Annie Lennox comes out with a fake, but this is what I don't understand. I'm like, girl, first of all, you're 80.
I didn't realize she was that old.
She's old as fuck. She comes out and she's like, has a tear painted on her face. And I'm just like, we can't even be genuine about tears. Like, we're literally just, she's like, what's the song that Sinead O'Connor sings? It's a Prince song originally. It's a really good song though.
Something in, snow in April or sometimes it snows in April. I just making
you
shit
literally just made that up.
No, that's a real song from Prince. So it's
Purple, or what's it called? I went to Purple. I'm telling you, I'm delusional.
I went to the heroin garage.
And then the icing on the cake for me was that one bitch. I can't think of her name right now, but she came out and flipped around in her little. I mean, it was so. I can't even.
Oh, I'm horrified.
I got to find a picture of it.
I love this. Like, what trash?
I was fucking horrified. Whoever this is, I can't even think of her name. Joni Mitchell.
Oh, I know. That's how she
comes
is now.
out.
Girl, that's how she's been.
Girl,
years.
What are we?
Yo, no.
Why are we in an old lady?
Because Brandy Carlisle has been like
reviving all these old bitches' careers.
So she has been performing with Joni, and like Joni will come out. Is there a cat there?
No, that's my dog.
Oh God, I freaked out. I was like, did Joni bring a cat on stage?
No, but I just was so horrified watching the performance. Did you see it? I need you to see it. I mean, it is like scary
now.
I actually was like,
and people are just like looking like, yay.
I was actually horrified.
Well,
and
I think she smoked too many cigarettes and like she can't sing anymore. Like her voice is gone.
Jody, like,
watch. She probably had throat cancer, and I'm like making fun of it. But
I mean, I just can't with this.
I know. Well, do you remember when they wheeled out Liza Minnelli?
This is exactly. She was like, this is actually. And Lady Gaga was like,
clearly demented.
It's like,
yeah, I got you. It's like, you don't need to.
Oh, this is so awkward.
But they wheeled her chair around.
She's like this in the chair, and she's like, ha ha, and it's just showing her at first. And you're like, are we at grandmother times like reading hour or something? She's like, then they turn her fucking chair around. The chair spins around, and she's like this crypt keeping looking girl. And I'm like, lady,
she looks like she's holding seances.
She looks like she is dead. She looks like she is dead.
Well, some Wiccan probably brought her back from the dead.
She had a cane. She's like,
look into this scepter.
That's what it makes me feel like. And listen, all power to her. Good, you were a great musician at your time, but like at some point we've got to show a little bit of integrity and stop wheeling these people out. No. It's not good. And
Liza Minnelli was fully demented. Lady Gaga's like, I got you. She's like, I'm a little nervous.
I know what I'm doing. My mom was a coke addict.
It's like Liza,
so are you.
So are you because your brain's fried.
So anyway, that's the Grammys in a nutshell. So it was very,
and that's why I didn't watch because it's always like there's always just like performance, terrible performance.
I will say Dua Lipa
I gotta watch.
and Miley Cyrus's performance.
I heard that. Yeah.
Miley
So,
Cyrus performance.
I feel like Miley is this sleeper, amazing.
She's a sleeper.
She's not getting enough recognition.
She finally won her first Grammy.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Last night.
This was her first.
But think about her. Think about her road,
God.
though. I mean, we had think about how. Think
She
about
had
her
so many
trajectory, though. It's like
All
she went
these
from
80s
child
songs
star,
that she did, like, are so good.
So this
like
is where
a few years ago.
This is where she
Like,
figured
amazing.
it out.
Yeah.
She figured it out that
She's
she
like
can be like
way-
a retro.
R&B.
Did you even see what she? I mean,
I saw the picture.
I mean, she.
I
is
love
so
the hair.
fucking
It's like
hot.
70s, like
It
fluff.
was like, I was like,
I mean, that's
yeah.
beautiful
and
hair.
then at the end, she throws down the microphone. I mean, it's just.
She's a
She
performer.
goes full rock star to me. Now, what else you got?
I got some topics. So,
All right.
So I went away this week with family. Well, we left on
French
Friday.
lick.
Oh my crack! It's only a 4.5
Did you
hour
say
drive.
Crack Whitney's not here?
Oh! Oh, she died right before the
She
Grammys.
did.
It's
At the Hilton.
yeah, it's kind of a
Sorry.
sore subject.
Yeah.
So I went with family to French Lick, 4.5 hour drive. It's in the middle of nowhere. You kind of feel like you're in Hocking Hills because there's hills everywhere, but it's beautiful. You show up and you're like at this resort. Like, you walk in. I mean, you saw pictures,
It's
right?
beautiful.
Yeah, so you've seen
Gorgeous.
pictures.
It's fucking gorgeous.
Gorgeous. My God. You're such a bitch.
No, it is. It reminds me of like Caesar's Palace or like
it
it's
should
a
remind
very
you of
grandiose.
Saltburn. Yeah.
Yeah, very grandiose. Very
Yeah. Built in 1840s though, so it's not like Caesar's Palace. It's like that's
well. It's
fake.
like the
It is like that
place
though.
that I went
Old
in West
world
Virginia.
Beauty. Briar Park.
Greenbrier.
Greenbrier.
Where I masturbated in the indoor showers at the
Oh.
pool in the indoor pool.
Wait, that's interesting because.
Did you host?
Anyway.
Well, I mutually masturbated with Michael.
Oh, I was like, who was at Greenbrier?
It was like we were like, oh yeah.
Wait, did they have curtains on the
Yeah,
stalls?
but it was like
so you left your curtain open, or
a
you were in
little
the
bit.
same
Yeah,
curtain
we were in the
stall?
same stall, and then like
Oh, that's weird. You freaks.
we're fakes. But
I know.
nobody came in.
I did that with. Well, yeah.
Anyway,
Myrtle Beach, me and Matt after our massage.
wow.
In the hot tub. So
the poor hot tub.
yeah. It fully
anal
gets
leakage.
emptied every time and cleaned. So it's like
Really?
yeah, because it's like a tub that they fill with hot water.
Gotcha.
But it's a big tub for two, so it's not dirty.
Dirty whore.
Okay, one thing I just want to. It was a family trip. It was great. We are all there. We're having fun. But one thing I forgot about is
Family.
No, when you're outside of Columbus and you go to a more conservative state. I felt like such an outcast the whole time. Everyone was staring at me. These nails, honey.
Those nails, honey.
People would just be talking and then stop talking and be like, "Well, if you'd like," I'm like,
So are you a homosexual?
I'm like, you just stared at them and then restarted.
Now show the camera your nails, and now we have
Halloween.
Not Halloween. Valentine's Day. On God. So did you feel the stares? Like you felt like, or do you think that people were just curious?
It was real. No,
or-
it was like
Okay.
evil. A lot of these are like the classic. I mean, they're Trump voters. You know, this
They wanna
is
put you in-
it's Southern Indiana. What do you expect? They have more KKK members in Indiana than any other
But honestly,
state.
I feel like there's a lot of dick sucking in Indiana. I'm just
Now
saying.
there were several people on sniffies.
Right, like
in
it's
my
all
resort.
private, all private. Sniffy sniffer.
No, there are
sniffers.
several cocks out. And I did see a couple men in the pool area that I do believe
Were you gay eyeing?
Oh, yeah. And so I was like, oh, I'm sorry you're with your family, but I can't do anything about that.
Sorry, you're looking at me.
Yeah, like,
What do you want me to do? Hey,
Hi.
hey, girl. Hey,
I've got a hole you could eat, but you're busy with your son in the hot tub.
have fun with your family.
Have fun with your fucking family.
God, you could have this whole.
So, yeah, it's a little awkward being in a small town environment because
Yeah.
other than the resort, it's very small
I hate
town.
that too.
And I just have advice for people from small towns. I want
Leave.
you, well, other than leave, I want you to realize that what you think is the best of something, of a category, is not the best.
Right.
So we got a shuttle ride from the resort to this place called Chicago's Pizza.
It's
It
the
was a
best
joint.
pizza.
Not only best pizza, they said. The shuttle driver was like, it's the best stromboli and the best ham and cheese sandwich you'll ever have. So my stepson gets a stromboli because it's the best. And we were just told this. It comes out, it is dry, crusty sub bread, like Subway bread, but dried and crusty. No sauce on it. And then crumbled sausage, but it's that sausage that is like little tiny BBs.
No.
Not the
nope. It's like ground
to the point where you don't have to chew it. Like ground to the point where
like
there's
that.
not a single piece is a bite. It's all just like little crumbles, like little. Yeah.
Little.
And then there was one melted cheese slice and then like a tiny bit of red sauce on top of the side. I was like, that is not, first of all, it's not a stromboli. It's a sub sandwich that with sausage. Like that's not stromboli. Stromboli is like braided or cooked together.
It's Indiana stromboli.
But that was
That's why I don't listen to bus
pizza.
drivers,
Same with the
honestly.
pizza.
Like that's why I don't listen to people when they're like, "Go here."
I
It's
know.
like, no.
But she lives in this town, and it's like, so you thought you could, I was like,
right.
okay,
So-
we'll trust her.
So just
the
repeat
pizza was not great.
Repeat what you just said.
Yeah,
She lives in this town.
So when you're from a small town,
Your best pizza is
your
probably
best
our worst in our city.
is not the best.
And
yeah.
you know what? I will say there are some really good small town
Now, there are.
restaurants, and you hit
Matt
those jackpots, and you're like,
There's a pizza place, I think called The Pizza Place, I believe, in New Lexington where Matt's from.
okay,
This
like,
pizza,
amazing.
oh my fucking God.
And nobody will even know about it. It's not
No
even on the
one.
map. That's what's
No.
so fucked up. Think about how many good pizzas are out there that nobody knows about because they're in these small towns.
I love when you find a good bar pizza. You're at a bar
Listen,
somewhere in
some
some
people
small
just
town.
know how to make pizza.
And then you get like that
The
little
big,
tiny
thick-
crispy, big thick.
No, like the big slices that are
Yep.
like doughy, but like, honey.
Oh. So, and then another thing I noticed was casinos are great
But,
in Las Vegas.
right. Yeah.
So I've been to the casino here in Columbus twice.
It's not bad.
It's not bad, but it's not
Vegas.
Vegas. Now, this casino in French Lick is not even Columbus. Like, it was.
It's probably Punta Cana.
There were
'cause
games,
ours was-
but the people there will really make you appreciate your life. They
Now-
will make you appreciate your looks, your weight,
Your personality.
your smell, your lack
Your
of
taste.
smoking, your taste,
Now,
your money,
don't you have
your
to have
access to
but
funds.
don't you have to have money to be at this place?
You would
Or-
think. You would
Oh,
think.
So these people
But
snuck in.
These
New money.
people, you could just come to the casino to go there. So people from around the
That's
area
how they
go
keep it
there.
going,
Yeah,
yeah.
so this is how they do it. And you will see these people that look like they took their welfare check and put it right into the slot machine.
Saves.
Because I'm like, how does this person have $500 credits?
I don't ever get that either.
And
Like,
then I
like,
walk by later and they're at $230
Yeah.
in like 45 minutes. And I'm like, oh, so that 500 went down.
Literally, slots is just basically.
Why are you putting in $500 into a slot machine? The max prize is $13,000. Like, you're wasting $500 to get $13,000. I mean, yeah, it's a big prize, but are you going to get it?
It's just the lore of it's not the same. It's not as like
Yeah.
special.
Like after I spent I think I spent $60. I was like, I'm done. Like I don't want to spend anymore. Like
you can get really addicted. You can.
I know, but I'm not addicted. But
Well,
I got the itch.
you had the itch and you scratched
and
it.
I kept.
Strange itch.
Wow.
That pussy's itchy. Now,
Sick.
I do like your mustache still. Keep it going.
People loved it there too.
Yeah, it's like kind of a hot look.
I'm
not
sorry,
gonna lie.
but Sniffy's guys like it.
I'm sorry, but it's a good look
Thank
because you can
you.
grow it, so you need to do it. Like especially for Park City, like it needs to be full bush,
Okay, I can
and
keep it
everything else
bush.
shaved.
Yikes. Okay.
I think it'd be hot.
Oh,
Kind of
wow.
like
I'm gonna be a mountain man.
That's what I'm saying.
A lumberjack.
I talked to Slutty too, by the way.
Oh
well,
my
sort of. I was just
God, I
like,
love it.
Hey,
Hey, we're gonna
we'll be
be
there in
there.
3 weeks, and da-da-da. And I was like, and you need to do gays again because I'm tired of seeing it. Just
Yeah, we're
in New York
not.
City.
Yeah, we're not getting any gays.
Yeah, it's gonna be so gay in Park City. So
Oh, I can't wait. Park City's coming up. That's what
3
we're really
weeks.
excited about. I'm kind of freaked out.
same.
I don't even want to think about packing, but I know I have to.
Oh, we're already freaking out. It's like 4
I know. I'm like,
Well, it's actually 3 weeks from Saturday.
oh,
or
fuck.
Sunday, depending on when. Saturday.
Oh, we're flying in Saturday.
I'm not even getting until late Saturday.
Son
I
of a
gotta bring
bitch.
one dog here, one dog there. Daddy's tired.
Daddy's tired. Let me see if I have anything else written down. I know I have a sundry.
To conclude, like overall, the weekend was fun.
Overall,
like,
the
with
weekend
family,
was fat.
like,
Family had a blast. Like my parents, of course, they showed up with like 3 or 4 bottles of champagne.
No saying the word suck.
Whiskey. We didn't say suck. They brought other vodka. So my parents have all the drinks.
I love that they drink so
Oh,
much
yeah.
when they're like, you
In
do
the
not
room.
say suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we're Catholic. Like you always can drink.
true.
Drinking's what Catholics do best.
That's why I like funerals so much. Like, let's get drunk.
I've always loved.
the after party, babe. And actually,
One of the
night
first times I
before,
got drunk as an adult technically was at a viewing.
I don't
I
think
was
I've
like
ever been.
night-
I've
I've
ever
never
not been
been
hungover
after a
at
funeral. No.
a funeral.
Never.
I'm always like, oh, this is fucking terrible.
Because the wake or the viewing the day before is
You're
like
just, like,
the start.
so emotionally
and then
drained
my
from
family's
that.
like, do you want to go to dinner? Let's get margaritas.
Right.
And
It's
like,
so weird. I'm like, I just saw a
had
dead body.
5 drinks after seeing a dead body. Yeah.
Yeah, like I just saw a dead body. I'm not really looking for mozzarella sticks right now.
Oh.
Like, sorry. I mean,
had some Arby's mozzarella sticks yesterday
they're
on the way
so
home.
good. Arby's is
I
good.
was gonna say,
Listen, I see
because they were
those-
like, "Do you guys want anything?" I was like, "Well, I just had brunch, but mozz
I had
sticks."
brunch.
I had brunch. I had a poached
Only
egg.
in Southern Indiana can you go from this like classy
It
little.
was so
I had
classy.
a poached egg to
It was
Arby's.
so
Like, okay,
fancy, and then I was like, "I'll have a mozzarella stick."
and it was probably the best thing you had all weekend.
It was one of the best.
Sometimes cheap food is
the
good.
German. No, we went to a German restaurant. It was really solid.
Now, how did you eat that? Because you don't like meat and a lot of
I
sausage.
had spätzle. I had Hunter's gravy on it, which was mushroom gravy. I had Käse spätzle, which is the cheese spätzle.
We've talked about Germans 2 weeks in a row.
Well, we like the Germans, and there's a reason.
They're pink.
It's the pink cock.
It's the pink cocks.
I'm sorry.
Sorry.
I
know.
Oh my god. I did.
We talked about it.
I just listened to that episode in my car on the way here, and
was really
it was
funny.
at that part, and I was like,
I was like, I'll wear the Star of David like a psychopath.
blonde soldier. I was like, I'll wear the pink triangle.
I don't
like
give a
lock me
fuck.
the fuck up. I want them to know they can use me
Fuck
and abuse me.
And I'll see
Fuck
if
me.
I'm in that camp, I'll be like, Daddy, do whatever you need.
Literally, you'd be like, "Do you mean to shine your boots again?"
Yeah. With my tongue.
You're a literal bootlicker. Now that is a kink, so we don't want to kink shame.
So we'll get in trouble.
Do you have any sundries?
I do have a sundry. I do have
Okay.
one other
Oh yeah. Go, honey. Go.
I need to talk about. I just wrote this down, and this is just a quick quote from talking to people at work. You either end up with the bad boy type and get fucked great, but get treated like shit, or you're with the nice guy who can't fuck you, but you'll have someone compliment you and treat you right. This is literally every relationship.
Wow.
Just want to say that.
Whoa. Wait.
Yeah.
Read it again slower. Okay.
You either end up with a bad boy type and get fucked great,
Like great. Like
you get fucked really great, everything's hot, but you get treated like shit. Or you can end up with the nice guy who can't fuck you, but you'll have someone compliment you and treat you right. What do you want? And that's the fucked up conundrum, and this is why nobody can stay married. That's just a random thought. There you go. The next thing I need to discuss,
no.
really
Wow.
honestly, and this could be a sundry, maybe this will be my sundry.
This is your sundry.
But I also just need one more comment.
Okay.
They are supposedly, now this might be a little psychotic. They are supposedly getting rid of the lead apron that they put over you at the dentist when they do the
X-rays.
Yes. And I have a problem with it. I love that motherfucking
The weight.
What is
it's
that?
so like, oh, it's
when the
heavy.
minute they put it on, I'm like, oh, good night. Like,
You need a weighted
I need
blanket.
a weighted blanket. That's why I was told.
I have one on my couch.
Does it really do the trick? It makes me feel
When
so
you put it
safe.
on, and this weighted blanket I have is not even like for heating. Like it can, you basically doesn't make you hot because some weighted blankets make you hot and
it's like
weighted.
trapped, and you're like,
This
oh.
is just a weighted one, and it's like,
There's something
love
about it.
If there's a rainstorm and you get under your
Yeah,
weighted
and you're just like-
blanket, especially you after a gummy,
Oh, honey, I won't be able
It's
to move. I'm
over.
already weighted.
it's over.
I'm already like stuck on the couch.
Well,
so
you're
I
less
don't-
weighted than you used to
I
be.
am less bloated.
weighted.
So even to the point where I realized that I like that feeling so much that
Okay.
when I was 5, I got stitches in my chin. And when I went to the hospital, they put me in a papoose, they called it.
Oh
Do you know what that is?
no, but it keeps you
It's
warm.
like a booster seat.
Yeah,
It's like a little, they like strap
Wrap
you
you,
in.
yeah.
So I can't move.
Yeah.
So I'm just laying there with this like big
Oh, you
thing.
probably fucking loved it.
And they put the stitches in. So a couple weeks later, it's time to get my stitches out. We go to the regular doctor that's right next to the hospital. And I refused to get my stitches out because I wanted the fucking papoose. So my mother had to take me over to the hospital. I don't know how she did it.
She's like, this motherfucker.
The doctor,
All right.
I think the doctor was like,
He's autistic.
he was actually kind of cool. He was like, just
yeah.
hurry up. Like, let's
Yeah, just take him over, put him in the papoose.
yeah, like literally, I think I went to a regular room and he just like,
You might have a sensory processing disorder.
so that's
or
what I'm wondering.
something.
Maybe I am also
spectrum.
a little
We are.
tizzed.
Sorry, but
Okay.
we all have features like that.
I mean, why
do I like to watch cooking videos where it's in Japanese, it's in Japan, and it's like a little town, and they're making ramen and chopping vegetables and boiling things, and then I'm like, this is ASMR, and I've watched so many that my YouTube is just recommending them. Like, it's obviously
I hate when that happens on YouTube, though. You're like,
I know, because it's like that's my whole feed
You're like,
now.
this is my life.
I'll put it on the TV, and Matt's like,
like
so
dicks,
are you going
Japanese-
back? He's like, are you going back to Japan? I'm like, or are you getting like cruise ship reviews again? And I'm like, yeah, I'm watching cruise ship reviews.
There's
today.
really weird shit that
train
you-
reviews.
Yep.
where like people just ride. I know this one guy rides trains and does reviews of it.
Well, Matt should love that.
Well, he does most of the time, but he likes more narration and history.
Oh.
But mine is just like a video and like sometimes subtitles. Like
I love
this is comfortable.
I do love the washing the when they're washing like rugs.
Yep.
And they're like
yep. Uh-huh.
I'm like, oh
Yep.
my God. So anyway, don't get rid of the fucking
Papoose.
I want the goddamn lead.
Yeah, tell your dentist, keep the lead.
But apparently they've gotten so good at the radiation that it's just right in your mouth.
It's directed better.
Yeah. So anyway, you can do your sundry first since I've talked for about 45 minutes straight, and then I'll do my sundry.
Wow. My sundry is, so I went to pick up prescriptions today.
Oh.
This happens all the time to me.
Great.
And I'm using the drive-through lane, and you know, there's usually at least 2 or 3 cars, especially if you go around after work time, which is fine. That's normal. Everyone's getting off work and has to run errands. So I go there, I'm waiting, and I finally get to second from the front. So there's one car in front of me talking to the people in there. 15 minutes later, I'm still second from the front because she got confused. She didn't know one prescription had expired. How long has it been expired? Oh, you can't see how long it's been expired? Well, did you communicate that to my doctor? Well, I guess I have to call the doctor. Well, what if they're closed by now?
How much does this one cost?
Yeah. Well, did you run it through with that card, that special discount card? Well, if you're not ready to get up there and pick up your fucking prescriptions and pay and then leave immediately,
step to the side.
Then don't go through the drive-through. Go inside. Go inside so you can talk to the human face to face
But honestly,
and figure it out.
even that, you need to like sign up for a consultation, and they don't need to let them go to the regular line.
Right. Don't go to the regular line.
Because I hate those. I can't believe this. This should not be $500. I'm
the
like,
normal response is, I got a text message saying your prescriptions are ready for pickup. I went there. I said, I'm ready to pick up. Birthday, last name, address, card in the thing. Handed back with everything. Yep. That's it. It literally took me
this can't
less
be
than 2 minutes.
$800.
These people are arguing about prices in the pickup line.
It's like, first of all,
what are you doing holding up the line?
My meds, what's it called? Or
cover my meds.
Or whatever. No, the other thing.
Good RX.
Good RX. Yeah.
I love Good
Hi,
RX.
it's better than your insurance, by the way.
I tell people that all the time.
Like half the time. That's why I'm like HSA.
They're like, this was so expensive. I'm like, try Good RX.
Like HSA makes you not, you don't even need your works because you get a better deal with
Good RX and paying with your HSA. I know.
I 100% agree with that. They need to have their own consultation area. They need to have like a
There should be a separate line for
something.
insane people.
Yeah, literally. So my sundry is about the guys that were in Puerto Vallarta, the Bears. Beef dip. Now, did you hear what happened?
No, but I know people who went, so I could ask them about it.
Okay, well, I need you to ask your friends, and if you went to there, please respond to us. Apparently, somebody shit in the pool. Like a shit was floating around. And
oh my God. What pool? Montemar?
I don't fucking know what pool.
Probably the famous, the most, yeah.
But I know it was talked about on the other bear channels for like P-Town Bears. We're like, guys, we can't have this kind of incidents at P-Town. I'm like,
yeah, because you ruined the pool for everyone.
I don't even know if they closed
assholes.
it down. Like, I don't know if they just like poured chemicals in. I don't know. I don't know what you do in that. Are you supposed to drain it at all?
I wouldn't be getting it. Let them do what they want to do, but I'm done with the pool.
So beef dip has a totally different.
Why are a beef dip? Go.
I'm so glad I'm a twink.
You're having a beef dip, literally. Like
you're literally, and also
you're dipping in someone else's.
What
beef.
did you do? Like sneeze and fart and
well,
poop?
that's what I'm concerned about.
Like, what?
Did you have a fuck date coming up, so you didn't want to have time to
do an enema? Yeah. Did you do one?
You're like, I don't have time to get a shower. I'll just shit in the pool and rub my hole, clean it up.
Oh, they were sitting by the jet.
They're like, yeah, they're like, oh, it's better.
Listen, gentlemen,
why
don't poop in the pool?
Especially like a bear beef dip is not
a bear poop.
Like a bear poop is always big and dirty. Like there's no dainty bear poop.
It's floatable
because these are big guys. They eat a lot. Like what's coming out
and this is on
a lot.
The Friday. This is like on Saturday actually. So this is a full week of just.
They're hungover from Friday night, so they have the hangover shits.
It probably wasn't.
Plus they had a big brunch. Plus they've had a lot of alcohol, a little bit of ketamine. They're shitting a lot.
And a lot of dick. Which surprises me because
they're shitting a lot.
It must be some bottom that just lost his bowel control.
It has to be. Like I just got fisted. Got fisted.
Oh, yeah, maybe it was.
They're like, sorry, I didn't know my rectum was floating around the water.
I'm literally just dropping shit everywhere because I just can't feel anything.
Oh, don't mind my prolapse. I had a long night.
So my sundry is more of a PSA. Don't fucking poop in the pool.
Don't poop in the pool.
Especially if you're an adult. But also don't do it if you're a kid.
Poop in the pool.
Anyway. All right. Well, I've got to go get to my daughter. So this has been another episode of Not Well. make sure you call us 614-721-5336. If you want beef dip.
It sounded like a
It was
quake.
beef dip.
If you went to beef dip, give us a call.
Give us a call.
Let us know how
Let us know about the
it was. Tell us about the poop.
We want to know about the poop.
614-721-5336.
She's not doing swell at gmail.com. Leave us a review, comment, or
Tell your
Share your friends.
Share your friend. Share your friends' dick pics with us.
Send it to your friend. Your one friend.
One friend. These people don't have a lot of friends.
As I snort in the microphone, like, also, I'm down 27 pounds. Everyone have a great time. I'm going to go not eat now. Goodbye.
Goodbye. Literally. Dinner time. It's like, no.
Like,